So why do I run? Well, that's an interesting question. It has something to do with the intrinsic nature of running. Now, one time I was having a conversation with a friend when I was running, and he said, you know, if I couldn't win races, if I couldn't really compete and do all these things, he's like, I wouldn't do it. I said, really? I said, I would. He's like, why? It doesn't make sense if you can't win and you can't compete and do all these things. And so at that moment, I realized there's something intrinsic about running that really drew me to it. Upon thinking about what that was, I realized most people ask, what are you running from? And see, that's the wrong question. It's what are you running for? Come about 8th grade, this is when I got seriously into running. And the reason was because I tried out for my 8th grade basketball team. And I didn't make it. I asked the coach, I said, what can I do to improve? And he said, grow a little. and so to my little 8th grade self, that was pretty demoralizing, actually, because I can't really control my height. And so what I did is we had a treadmill in the gym, and it was the dead of winter. And what I did is I just put it as fast as it could go. And so that treadmill specifically, it was 10 miles an hour, which turns out in running terms to be a 6-minute per mile average pace. So I put up to 10 miles an hour, and I just went until I basically fell off. And I was like, wow, this is something I can work towards. This is something I can get better at, something I can control. I really love experiencing, and this is actually why I run around Regent, I love experiencing God's creation on foot. It helps me take it in better than you could ever do in a car. Walking. So I also love hiking too. I love anything outdoors. So it's not just running. It's not unique to running. But being outside, hiking, I love hiking with my friends. I love going on trails. There's a verse in Romans 1:20 that says creation basically shows the invisible attributes of God, like his power and glory. And so in creation, I can see the beauty that reflects the beauty of the Creator. And I love taking that in. I love experiencing that. And just doing that really evokes a lot of reflection upon what's happening in my life, and then helps me then think through my day and life and kind of where I'm heading. So when people see me running around campus, they're probably like, what's wrong with you? Because not many people do it, and I get it. It's hard, especially when you're starting out. It's not very comfortable, as I've mentioned. It's something you really have to work towards before you actually enjoy it at all. Yeah, they're probably like, he's crazy, or he's nuts, like why is he doing that to himself? Many times I'm actually running late to class, quite literally. And so I'll be taken off across campus, and there I go, because I have to get to class. I didn't leave myself enough time to get there. Thank goodness I can run. So what does Regent mean to me? Well, I think it's been a place where I think I'm a different person than when I came. Hopefully for the better, but I think so. I think for the better. But it's also been a place where I've had memories. Regent's laid out a certain way where there's only so many routes you can run, and so I end up running a lot of the same routes a lot of the time. And so it basically allows me to retrace my steps every time. And so kind of going back through kind of my steps, literally, figuratively, it allows me to retrace all of my steps in terms of the experiences I've had at Regent and all of the memories that I've created with my friends that I really cherish, that I've been blessed with, all the people who have poured into me that I'm very grateful for, and all of the ways that I've changed and am changing. So, and it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. You always feel better after a run than when you started. Someone said that to me one time. He said, regardless of how life crazy gets, you could always lace up your tennis shoes, go for a run. He said, the world might seem a little bit better after.